Welcome back to Nobody Asked for This podcast with Callie, May, and Salina. Um, in all honesty, I'm not even in a good mood, so I'm not gonna pretend like I am in one.
I know. And I'm just really hoping we just get so intensely into our conversation that I kind of forget this funk that I'm in. Because on top of just my head being everywhere, I think I'm getting sick too.
I feel like that always happens though, whenever you are down bad. Why don't we just give you a little cold too?
Just do all the shitty shit at one time.
Yeah, like, let's get you down so bad that you don't think you're gonna get up again.
Yeah, that happens a lot to me actually.
It happens to me every time. It's like, okay, we need to make sure you fall, cry, everything.
But then it sucks because our highs are very high then if we're so low, but it's also they don't seem to last very long.
Yeah, but that's honestly why I feel like I'm bipolar sometimes, because I think I did say this previously in an episode, is it's never a bad day. It's literally a bad month. Like, today is not my bad day. Like, it's been a bad day for literally the last month.
And then you have one really good day, but the rest of the month is bad.
Yeah, it's just up and down. And I mean, not all of my days during that month are shit, but I classify them as bad days. Like, today's definitely my down bad fucking day. If I was working today in person and I'm not remote, I would probably beat my boss up.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that either. I mean, that's not really podcast important, but I still wanted to ask, what the fuck? How are you going to figure this out?
Dude, I don't know. Maybe that should be our podcast today, because we didn't really have any topics. We might as well just talk to each other because we haven't had our fucking FaceTime.
Yeah, because I've been depressed and you've been fucking miserable too. So it's like, all right, well, let's just lean on each other's miserableness. Like, no, we've just been avoiding each other.
No, that's literally what we have been doing though, because I feel like normally I'm down bad and you're good, or vice versa. We can normally help one another out of our bad vibes. But now this time it's like, no, let's actually just go. I'll dig the hole and then you push me.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, now we're just supporting each other's shit.
That's literally, you're making me cry. I've cried so much this week. Oh my god.
I want to cry. Well, I almost cried. I wanted to cry twice already today, and I literally told myself to suck it up. Actually, suck your tears back in. You're fine, bitch.
There were a couple times, I don't even know what's going on. There were just a couple times I just started crying. I think it was 2:30 in the morning. I just started bawling. And then Cameron turned around, "Are you crying?" And that's all he said. And I was like, and I don't know why. Like, if someone would have sat me down and been like, "Why are you crying?" It was probably a trillion million things that I thought of that it was just like, all right, it's just getting harder and harder and harder.
Yeah, I literally told my dad that this morning. I was like, what? I was like, living in your 20s is so hard and no one tells you about it. And he was like, yeah, well, welcome to the real world. And I was like, that's not what I fucking needed.
I know, but that's what they always say, and they're always like, "Well, just wait on it. 20s are the best years of your life." And like, if these are the best years of my life, then kill me now.
For real. I think these can be the best parts of your life. But as of right now, I'm just struggling financially. And I only have downfalls sometimes, like whenever I really want to rut in my awful financial status. But normally, like, once today goes over and I'm done pouting about how poor I am, I'll just like forget about it and I'll be like, oh, well, that's what my credit card's for. Everything's fine. But today, I'm actually like, no, I should probably get rid of my credit card. Fuck this. Fuck this. I have those days where I'm just like, why the fuck have I done any of the shit that I've done?
You have so much going on right now too. It's like you have a lot of unexpected expenses as well. Because like right now, it's like, yeah, I know I'm broke, but I have control of my financial situation because I know everything I have to pay for all the time and how much it's going to be. Like, you have so much shit. Well, now you have to pay for this. Just kidding. Forgot this too. Okay, actually, you need $5,000 for this too. So it's like you can't mentally prepare for that. It's just like fucking money sign kicking you in the face.
That's another thing about my bad days. Like how you just said, even getting a cold on top of it. Whenever I have my bad days, it's literally everything at once. Oh, well, you actually need to go get an x-ray, and your dog needs to have surgery, and this person's dying in your family. And it's like, oh wow, so like we're really having a bad day.
You say with a giggle at the end.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do besides laugh, because it's not like I can fix it. I
Oh
mean, like,
my god.
I'm sure there is a way for me to fix it. I mean, there is a way for me to fix it in the long run. But it's not like the problems that I'm having right now can be fixed today or
Right.
tomorrow.
No.
Like, these are long ship worries.
And it's crazy because people think it's so easy and then they know what to say when you want to rant to them about it. And it's hard because you and I don't really have people we can rant to about it either. The people that were, okay, let me just tell them, they belittle it or they don't understand or like, woe is me. I've dealt with that too, so you can deal with it. Or they're like, well, I felt like that and I got up and did something about it. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm freaking trying. But like being a female, it's just so hard to sometimes even just, you can sit there in bed and be like, I know I need to do this. Like, just get up and do it. And you physically cannot do it. Or you physically, mentally just aren't there to do it.
Dude, I know. I don't know if I don't even want to use. I don't want to pull the girl card.
I am.
Yeah.
In certain aspects.
Like, I don't know, man. Because I was also talking about how my biggest worries are my financial status. But then, of course, everyone's like, well, then don't take that trip. Well, then don't do this. But I need to do those things. Those are the things that keep me sane. If I wasn't rewarding myself, I'd probably be dead by now.
Yeah. How do you find the balance in that? Because I understand that too. Because I even was like, well, maybe I'm just homesick. Maybe I should just fly home for a week, get recharged, rejuvenated, just be surrounded by people that I know love me. And then I bring that up, and it's like, well, can I take a week off of work? No. I could try to, but it's like I won't have a place to live just because I want to be happy.
Yeah, no, what did I say this morning? I said the same thing. I was like, oh, I was talking about quitting my job and I'm looking for a new job. And he was like, well, my dad, well, you can't quit your job until you find a new one. And I'm like, I'm not that kind of person. I'm so for myself now that it's like, no, if I'm not happy, I'm going to quit my job and I'm not going to have a job until I find a new job, because that job doesn't deserve me anymore. Like, I'm so fed up. It's like, I'm the type of person that I will leave.
And it's not like this just happened this week. You've been fed up with them. You just gave them chance after chance. You tried to do different positions, different everything just to see if like, well, maybe I just need something different from you guys, but it's not working.
Yeah. And then, of course, he's just like, well, how are you going to do that? And I'm like, I mean, technically, I'm not, because I actually can't financially. That's my problem, is my finances. I can't quit because then I'm not going to have my car payment money. I'm not going to have my phone payment. I'm not going to have any of my bills. And everyone's like, how don't you? I'm literally a paycheck to paycheck girl. And I don't think people understand that, because they see my life as like a lavish lifestyle. I actually don't know how the fuck I have my lifestyle. I actually have no idea how I do, because I really am paycheck to paycheck. Like, I ended my gym membership 2 days ago. So now I'm not going to the gym anymore. And that's going to be an extra $200 or whatever in my paycheck. But that's only $200. What am I going to do? That doesn't even make a dent in my loan payment. That's not even half of my car payment. I don't know, man. Finances are literally, I don't want to say my only problem, but I guess my only big problem.
Yeah, that's what I feel too because it's also those are I guess those are the problems I can also put a label on. If I had $100,000, yeah, I could solve a lot of
Mm-hmm.
problems in my life right now. But the other problems, if I had this, I could solve this problem because I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I guess it's easier to pinpoint it mostly on money. And money's freaking hard and complicated. And that's why I hate when people are like, money doesn't buy happiness because it would sure as fuck make me happy as hell right now.
Yeah, I feel that. The jobs that I was looking at and applying to, they're not in Pennsylvania. So, of course, I'm like, okay, well, now this means I'll have to pay rent. So, realistically, why am I applying to this job? Because I can't afford rent.
So then you're back to where you were.
Yeah. And my dad was like, well, still apply. And I'm like, But why? What is that going to change? You think they're gonna give me they're gonna pay for my hotel for the month until I get a paycheck and then I can use that paycheck for rent because once again I'm a paycheck girly and don't have a savings. There's I don't but once again it's also because this is my bad day so I'm viewing everything negatively.
If we hop on tomorrow, we're gonna be like, I don't know why I was thinking like that. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, because I did find this really cool job in. But this is probably another thing that's like a toxic trait is when I apply for a job, I kind of just assume I'm getting it,
Yeah,
which is like
ditto. I do
not
that with like everything.
yeah, which is like not the world that we live in at all. And I don't really know why I am that way. I'm because I feel like maybe when we were growing up, it kind of seemed that way. People made it seem like, okay, go to college, you have a job. That's all you needed to do was go to college.
Yeah, now they don't even want college kids. They're
Yeah,
like, you have to have 8 years of experience. So 8 years of experience. I'm like, cool. I was 14.
yeah. Yeah. No, dude, all of the jobs that are hiring right now are literally like the high fucking positions. It's either do you want to be a marketing intern or do you want to be the director of Carnegie Mellon University in marketing?
Yeah, and I was wondering because it's literally the same thing over here too. Our old people retiring early because like mostly CEO positions are usually people who have been in the company for a long time, or the older people who work their way up. Or you could get a college student who, and then you don't get paid, or you get paid like 15,000 a year. I'd rather bartend the rest of my life than do that. I make more than that just off of tips, and it's so stupid. And I just don't get it because you also hear them being like, young kids are so lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to get up and do the work. But then it's also like, you aren't giving us any jobs.
No, facts. And then also my resume is a pretty shitty resume. I mean, all I've done
Resume.
resume. Like all I've done is served and bartend, and you can tell that they're only like 6 month or a year gigs because I was living in different areas. So if you look at it, you're just like, oh, this is a job hopper. But to me, it's like, oh no, this is a young person that wanted to see the world and didn't want to do a corporate job. But if you're a 60-year-old looking at my resume, you're like, this girl didn't know what she wanted.
Yeah. That's why it sucks on paper. Just meet me in person.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm stuck.
I don't want to be. like, like I want to think of all the right things to say to you, but it's going to be bullshit because like I don't have anything to say right now.
Yeah. Well, what's going on with you right now?
I don't know. Like I literally woke up last week sad as fuck. I messed up my back, so I was off for the gym for a little bit, which I think is like part of the reason. And then I started going back last week, and I was like, I'm starting all over, and I was like, I'm so weak, I'm so whatever. Like I don't want to be here. And then I just got super, super unorganized, like so behind. Even when I text you my day off, okay, I got to catch up on everything, and I didn't want to do anything. Like my everything's just all over the place, so I'm starting to feel like things are starting to fall apart because I got so. I don't know if I would say distracted because it was like I just was choosing to do nothing, or I was just choosing to go have fun instead of doing the things that I needed to do. So I guess you could say like I did it to myself, but it was also like there were just moments like I just keep getting like these bursts of like tired and sad, and that's it. But it's not like one thing causing it. It's not like someone said something to me and now I'm tired and sad. It's like it feels like I can never get enough fucking sleep.
I feel like it's probably seasonal depression in all honesty because what?
Because I went to dinner last night and I was like, okay, guys, I get that you won't understand this because the time difference doesn't change here. But I have been living with a time difference for 25 years. And although the time didn't change here, I feel like I felt it. I felt it happen even though it didn't. And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, okay, they all got one less hour of sleep. And now my body's feeling like I got one less hour of sleep even though I didn't. And they all talked to me like I was stupid.
Yeah. Isn't that another weird thing though? I actually had a conversation the other day where someone told me that he disagreed with how I was feeling. And I was like, how and why are you trying to tell me what I'm feeling is not okay?
I was about to say, how can someone disagree with how you feel about yourself?
Yeah, and I think that's exactly kind of, I mean, it's kind of deeper than what you just said, but I think it goes along with that because a lot of people just want to comment on how you feel. And at some points, I don't even need you to try to understand because I don't want you to understand how I feel. Like most of the time you don't need to understand. All I need is like support.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't even have to reply. Just say, "Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. I get that why you could feel that way." Like you don't even have to give me a reply back.
Yeah, and I feel like that's probably what you needed. You just needed
Just don't
like
make me feel worse.
yeah, and that's exactly what you needed in that moment. But instead, they made you feel worse, which made you go into your depression even more.
Yeah, it was fucking dumb.
Yeah, because your feelings are not valid.
They're not, and I have no reason to be depressed about anything.
Exactly. Because you have a perfect life.
I think Soul knows though. He's been on my ass lately. That's why I told him he could stay in here.
Maybe he's trying to be the support doggy. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Something's in the wind. Something's in it.
But it's like so crazy because isn't this like the end of seasonal depression now? The sun is coming out. The first day of spring was yesterday. We should be.
Well, it's technically, what is it, like spring equinox or whatever. So the you should start, I think, to be grounding in what you're wanting. But I think our problem is it's all starting, like we're starting to get problems before we can say what we want.
So you think it's just coming for us later?
I don't know. That's what we got to tell ourselves so we have something to look forward to.
It will, though. We don't talk like that. We gotta stop saying that.
My zone right now is not who I am, and I hate that I recognize it and that I can't flip my switch.
I know. I know. And so many times we've both been able to. Like we always said, like just fake it till we make it. Fake it till we make it.
And then I was even, of course, talking about like, okay, well, what do I really want to do? And what I want to do is have my own business. Like I want to do a side thing for traveling. I want to do a side thing for helping small businesses do marketing. And I was like, okay, what's stopping you, Callie? Money. But then, okay, well, how can you actually get this money? Okay, I guess I could get loans. I could get, I mean, maybe a grant. Who fucking knows? Because if I get that LLC, then within a business will come money, essentially. Money that I'll have to pay back. But it's like, do I actually believe in myself? I don't fucking know. And this is what the hard part is I just found my notebook yesterday. I opened it. It's my dream notebook. I like write my dreams in it. I just found it yesterday and I opened it and it said, how's content creation going? Have you got your first brand deal yet? Question mark. And then after that, it was like April 2024. I want you to have your first brand deal. September 2024. Can you make this a full time gig? And it's like, how weird is it that I opened that yesterday and it's about to be April? And this writing was from 2022. So I feel like that's a fucking sign.
You sent old Callie sent this Callie a message like she's gonna need this at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
So let me make sure it's here for her.
What can I do with this? Because one thing that I have noticed that has stuck out to me that I know that I do is I say I want to do something and I do it, and then I'm normally sick of it within 6 months. And the fact that I wrote that down in 2022 and it's now 2024 and I still want to do it, it's like, okay, maybe this is actually what I want to be doing and what I should be doing. And I just can't figure a way out to do it.
But the thing is, it's like you've done so much research and workshops and stuff that I feel like if I sat you down and asked you to make up a plan for me to do it, you could. So I guess I don't get like how you can't put it in perspective for yourself. Or is it just too hard or what?
I think that's literally exactly it. Is it's for me and I don't do anything for myself, so why should I do this for myself? It's literally just that I don't believe in myself.
That's all I'm getting from it, because when we speak, you know so much of the technicalities of it. If someone said, like, I just need you to put all the numbers I need you to give me a to do list for every single day on what I need to do, you could do it.
Yeah, I definitely can. And like that's why I started that dream journal and then of course I fucking lost it. So that then it's just like, oh, oh, I find it and that's the first thing I see in it. It's like, okay, I I don't know. I don't know why I don't believe in myself. It's not like there's an actual reason. Well, there's an underlying message, but I don't know. I don't know like an actual pinpoint reason.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone is going to pinpoint a reason for why they don't have confidence in themselves, but I just wish you could see yourself that the way that other people do sometimes, because I think that's the number one thing holding you back.
Oh yeah, I don't see myself in a positive light at all. We literally talked about that this morning because I was like, you're projecting what you feel and it you can see it. And I was telling her about how I've kind of been doing the same thing on my Instagram journey, but recently I I guess not have stopped, but I've definitely slowed my roll. Like I haven't been doing it, and it's because I don't believe in myself anymore. Last year, everything that I was posting, I think you visibly could see what I was doing for myself and what my message was getting out there. And now
Mhm.
I can't do it because now I'm just posting it to post it. And I don't want to be that person because
You're
it's,
not into it.
yeah, I'm not into it anymore. And it's because of the fucking rut that I'm in. Even when I'm taking my selfies, I'm like, you're literally ugly as fuck. Like, why are you doing this?
So do you think you should just take a break from it, or you can't afford to take a break from it?
From like my social media,
Yeah.
I don't even think that's the like that's not my underlying problem. My underlying problem is that I'm just fucking not okay right now and I have absolutely no idea how to get out of this. And of course, I like want to take a bath, but I can't because seeing myself naked is literally fucking disgusting. And I'm like I can't even do this. I haven't showered in 3 days.
This whole conversation is just took a whole, like, that's so strong.
Like I literally haven't showered in 3 days. And my dad, he literally gave me money today and he was like, go buy your favorite shoes or whatever. This doesn't make me happy. I'm not okay.
And it's so crazy because even before, you weren't happy with how you were before, and now your body's totally changed, your vibe is totally changed, and you're still not happy. So it's like legit has nothing to do with your physical being at all. It's definitely all in your head.
Dude, it's all mental. And the girl this morning, she was talking about femininity and masculinity. And I was like, yes, and this is what I've been doing the last year. And I was doing really good at it. And somewhere there was a turn. I don't know why, when, or where, or who created it, or what was in my life at that time compared to what's in my life now. Like, I'm not sure. But I can't figure it out. And I'm starting to get comfortable where I am. And I don't want to be comfortable because I've been this version before and I have fucking hated her.
I was gonna say you're gonna relapse, and then you're gonna have to start all over again.
Yeah, I've seen this person that I am right now and I don't like it and I don't want to be her. And everyone's like, flip the switch because what that's what I always say. Flip the fucking switch, Callie. Well, where is my switch? Because that bitch is hidden.
Yeah, it's fucking broken.
Yeah, that switch is not there. Yeah, so that's like kind of where I feel right now. And I literally told my dad, I was like, I wish I broke my foot yesterday so I could be in bed for 3 more months again. Like that's how down bad I am. Like I don't want to be doing anything. We need to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode, like this might trigger you.
We're not suicidal, I promise. And it's more annoying because we have often discussed about taking certain things out of our life so we don't get to this point again. And we did that. We've been doing very well with doing everything we thought we were supposed to be doing. But I think we were wrong because we just still end up feeling this way anyway.
So the thing is, for me, I'm aware of my problems and I got those people or those things out of my life. However, the underlying issue is me. I am the problem. And there is a way to fix me, but I don't know how to do that and I need help doing that. However, I can't afford the help to get to guide me to fix me.
Yeah. So then what? Does that leave us just stuck with nothing because we can't afford help?
I don't know. This is why I always say if I'm rich, the first thing I'm going to do is get therapy. Callie, what are you going to do when you win the lottery? Get a therapist.
Yeah. A good one. And go more than once a week.
I literally would go every day. I would make sure that therapist is just my therapist. Like on call 24/7.
Home visits and everything.
Yeah, can you rub my back too?
Like, I literally didn't go to therapy this week because I didn't want to drive there.
Yeah, and that's how you know you're down bad is because you don't want to do the one thing that you know can potentially help you. And that's why I feel this certain way about the girl is because it's actually something that could help me and I'm not letting it even though it is because of finances. It's still like, Callie, you know how you can help yourself and you're still not doing it.
But a lot of people need that person just to force them to do it. Or, like, and I think her being someone that's not in your life will make it so much easier for you to do too.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. Opening up has never been easy, especially to a stranger. But it's at the point of my life where it's something that I have to do and I have to work on. And if I'm going to be paying you thousands of dollars, then I guess you're going to be that person.
And the fact that we have to live in a world where you have to pay someone thousands of dollars to tell you about yourself is unimaginable. Well, not unimaginable because I'm fucking imagining it, but it's not right.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with who I am. I'm not happy right now in this moment. I'm simply not okay. And don't know I don't know what to do. She was talking about eating disorders and she was like, "So how's your relationship with food?" Well, technically, I'm not medically diagnosed with an eating disorder, but I definitely have one. And she was like, "Well, at least you said it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm aware."
I think you do too.
But
I mean, I'm not even good like talking shit like I used to. Like, my relationship with food is becoming very good, but gratefully, I mean, it took like my whole family to like make it happen. But um, and then I just see you thinking the exact same way I was, and it makes me so sad. Especially because I know like even that can just have an effect on how you're feeling. Like, just putting the right foods in your body could just make you happier, or eating at all.
yeah, that's exactly what she was saying. She was like, "How many meals do you have a day?" And I was like, "One, maybe."
I'm studying this book right now. It's technically a cookbook, but it from this Indian lady, and it literally she just gives you tips on eating and everything. How eating with your hands instead of metal utensils gives you a better connection to food. And humans weren't made to put their hands on something metal and then connect with their food and bring it to their mouth. Your brain needs to know this is food in front of me. I see it and I feel it. And it's so many of the things she says are so cool. Your meals aligning with the sun and the moon, and you should have your biggest meals during lunch because that's when the sun's at its peak. So that's when your energy is at its peak. And I've been following that, and it just feels so much. I guess you could just say I found a different way to control it, but it's also like it feels so much better. I sleep so much better at night.
Yeah, I think, but it does make sense. Because just the other day, how it was really nice here, so I went outside and I laid in the grass and I felt amazing that day. And I was reconnecting everything that Earth has, like to a human. Like the branches on a tree, your limbs on your body. I was literally just reiterating our body, but within the Earth. And that made me feel so happy. It made me feel a part of something. And now it's just like, what are you? Like, who the fuck are you? And I don't know. I don't know, man.
We'll figure it out.
I mean, we will. But at the same time, I'm so negative right now that I don't even want to hear you speak positive because I'm over it. I don't want to hear positivity right now. The other day, I was having conversation with the girl that I told you I'm starting to open to. And we literally sat down and she just kind of she gave me the response that I would have loved and appreciated if I was in a good mood, but I was in a bad mood. And I literally said to her, like, I stopped her mid conversation, and I hate doing that. I never interrupt people. And I literally was just like, I'm sorry, but I can't give you the attention or the amount of, I don't even know what I was trying to say to her. I'm not paying attention to anything you're saying, and it's going one ear out the other. And I'm sorry if this makes you mad, but I can't listen to this. And she was and she was just like, whoa, like, I have not seen this version of you yet. One, she is a new friend, but two, I think she was just taken back by how, like, she's seen this amazing version and now she has seen my downfall, and she was just like,
Yeah, when you're not at your best self.
yeah. And she was just like, whoa, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just trying to save your breath because it's not worth it right now.
Have you talked to her since then? Or you're gonna wait?
Oh yeah, we've talked. Yeah, no, we've been fine, but it was just like, everything you're telling me is not helping me because I'm not ready to be okay in a sense. So it was just like, let me be pissed off.
That's what they always say. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Like, you have to wait till they're in the mental capacity to even receive it.
Yeah. And I feel like that's how I was just within the meeting today, cuz I saw what she could give me, but at the same time I was just like, this is all bullshit.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Then we can go lay in bed. Well, I actually can't. I have to go to work.
Yeah, I was going to say I have to work too.
2 jobs today. But I would love to be in bed. I wish I could just get paid to lay here. Give out our disclaimers. We're not that sad. It's just a moment of sadness.
Give me like a month and I mean I'll be backed. But
Yeah. I'm giving myself until Monday. Because honestly, I can't. My life cannot keep going like this.
But even you saying that, though, I feel like it's a problem.
It's bad.
Like, yeah. I don't know.
Olipop, we're way more positive than this.
Oh, yeah, this probably wasn't a good episode for Olipop. Sorry, Olipop. Okay, well, this is Nobody Asked for This podcast.
Yeah, we know nobody fucking asked for this conversation, and we're so sorry, but we needed it. We haven't talked. You guys get to see it in real time.
Yeah, this is our FaceTime for the week.
But let's be real, all our conversations are not going to be good. We're not always going to feel our best.
Yeah, and I mean, I am actually hungry.
What are you going to eat?
Probably nothing.
I have some salmon I cooked yesterday.
I have leftovers in my fridge, but I wanted to save them for dinner, so I probably just...
Well, I'm going through the same thing. I have one piece of salmon, and I'm like, I could eat it right now, or I could save it when I need it at work later.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to save it. I'll probably just wait until to eat at like 6.
As we just said, you need to eat.
And then, like, I probably should shower too, because I actually work in person tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be stinky, so I probably should, but I probably won't.
I can't. I wish I could see your hair from here.
My hair is not even bad, but my body do be stinking.
I love showering.
I don't.
I like sit on the floor, and it's just so good.
If I sit on the floor, it's because I'm crying.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
Okay, well, I guess I need to work. So I'm Callie.
Salina.
See you later, guys.
I think that should be the new outro.